Hello everyone, my name is Laura Sheffield. I'm a Health and Nutrition Manager at Community Action Council. Today's Cookie Matters recipe is black bean and vegetable quesadilla. Remember, when you're following along with the recipe, the helping hand next to the step means the children can assist you with that step. That way we can get our children involved in our meal preps. So for the black bean and vegetable quesadillas, there are a lot of ingredients that go into it. You need your half can of black beans. Make sure you dump the black beans in a colander, rinse them, and drain them well. You need 2 medium zucchinis, a bunch of fresh spinach, which is about 4 cups, so I have some of it here and some of it already pre-chopped in the bowl. You need either an ear of fresh corn or 1 cup of canned corn. I prefer the canned corn. It's just simpler to use and ready to go. You need 4 ounces of cheddar cheese. This is more than 4 ounces, but you need your cheddar cheese. You need your canola oil, cayenne pepper, water, black pepper, your wheat tortillas, and your non-stick cooking spray. So now that we have all of our ingredients here, we're ready to get started. So the first step is to put your canned beans in a colander and rinse and drain. Once you've done that, the next step is to rinse your zucchini and to slice them into thin slices. So these have already been pre-rinsed. To slice zucchini, you want to make sure you cut off a good chunk of the top and the bottom. Once you've cut to where you can see the seeds on the bottom, then you know you're good. So you want to cut them as thin as you can. So once you have them sliced, we're moving on to the third step, which is to rinse and chop the spinach. So we'll move our zucchini out of the way so we can chop up our spinach. So to chop up spinach, you just get all the leaves. You want to make sure you cut the stems off and put all the leaves together. And make sure to only cut as much as you feel comfortable with at a time. You fold them in half and then you chop. Depending on what size slices you want, you can also go the other way and chop some more. So I have just a little bit more here to chop. And chop. Just make sure you keep your fingers on your other hand out of the way of that knife. It's easy to get your fingers stuck. All right, now that we have both our zucchini and our spinach ready to go, we're going to move on to the fourth step, which was to get our corn ready. So our corn has been drained from the can and is ready to go. And then our fifth step is to grate the cheese. But instead of spending time grating the cheese, I went ahead and bought shredded cheese. So you can either buy it already shredded or you can get a block of cheese and shred it yourself. So now that we have all the ingredients ready to go, we're going to turn our skillet on. And you want to turn your skillet on medium heat, medium-high heat. And let it warm up just a little bit. You're going to add your oil to the skillet. So according to the recipe, you need, let's see here, it was 1 tablespoon of canola oil. So I'm going to measure out a tablespoon of oil. So I have my tablespoon. Add it to the skillet and let it heat up just for a few minutes. And then once it's heated up, we're going to add our zucchini and our pinch of cayenne pepper. So I can hear my oil sizzling already, so I'm going to go ahead and add the zucchini. And the recipe calls for a pinch of cayenne pepper, but instead of getting my fingers in there and pinching it out, I'm just going to lightly sprinkle it to cover my zucchini. And we're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. So now that our zucchini has cooked for about 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and add our corn and our spinach. So our corn and our spinach. I know this looks like a lot of spinach, but when you cook the spinach, it shrinks up really fast. And this will cook for an additional 5 minutes. So now that our zucchini, spinach, and corn have cooked that additional 5 minutes, we've removed it from the heat and placed it in the bowl. We're going to add our black beans. Mix it up here. And as you're mixing, you want to try to smush the black beans a little bit. And then you're going to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of water to make a vegetable paste. Now that we've got it all mixed up, we're going to go on to the next step, which is to add our black pepper. So the recipe calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of the black pepper. Got our 1/2 teaspoon here. We're going to add our black pepper to the mixture and mix it up again. And then when it's all nice and mixed, we're going to take our tortillas and we're going to add the vegetable mixture on a 1/2 of each tortilla. So I need to prep my skillet once more for the final step of the tortilla. So again, it's on medium-high heat. You want to spray it with your nonstick cooking spray. You're going to take a tortilla, going to add the vegetables on the 1/2 side of it. And this recipe will make 6. So pile your vegetables on there. And you're going to add a little bit of cheese. And then fold it in half. And place it in the skillet. So each side will cook for about 4 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my second one here so I can get 2 going at one time. And you'll repeat this step with the last 4 to make a total of 6. So now that they've cooked on 4 minutes on each side, they're nice and brown and they're ready to be ate. You just cut them in half to make it easier to eat and so that the kids can pick it up with their hands. Enjoy!